And we are back with game number 2. Took a lot less long to get into this second game than it did the first game. But we're back with Mouse Sports versus Team Doggie. This is game number 2 for the Perfect World European Qualifiers. Loser does drop down into a loser's bracket, so it's not the end of the world.
10 seconds remaining.
But it does mean that
5 seconds
you're that
remaining.
little bit closer to being knocked out. Mouse Sports took the first game, a little bit of back and forth between both teams. Actually, Team Doggie took a decent lead early on, but the Sven just got too strong, too powerful, and Spartan with his saves and his tethers and his relocates. Definitely the MVP of last match, I think. So, the bands, Venomancer, the Nyx, Ancient Apparition, as well as the Nature's Prophet, but it does mean the Necrophos is through, and instantly Mouse Sports pick it up. Doggie respond with the Lich as well as the Bat Rider.
Radiant team
IO
back.
picked up as a response by Mouse Sports, giving it to Spartan once again.
Dire team ban. Radiant
And they're
team
just
back.
getting all the way through these bans really damn quick. Clockwork as well as the Tiny being taken out.
Dire team
Maybe Doggie, did they not believe that Mouse Sports are going to go back for the Sven? The Pugna being taken out by Mouse Sports. Okay, so they don't want that to counter up on the Necrophos. Can do so much damage. Just with those Nether Blasts, once the Necrophos is forced
10
into the
seconds
ghost
remaining.
form, or the Ghost Shroud.
5 seconds remaining.
Team Doggie going into the reserve time for the third pick. Got themselves an offlaner, one of the supports, so looking for a second support mid laner, as well as that carry, it looks like. And Mouse Sports. Again, is this going to be a mid-IO combination? The Tiny ban up because it is just starting to creep up in popularity again. But again, plenty of heroes to pair with the eye. You've got the Sven, if you want to go for that again. Legion Commander isn't a bad shout. You've got the Chaos Knight as well. Anything that's got a decent amount of right click behind it and just needs that little bit of boost when the
10
overcharge does
seconds
come out.
remaining.
Juggernauts again, another good hero.
5 seconds remaining.
Even someone like the Bristleback, just being able to maintain his health as well as his mana, so he can throw out those quills, just keep walking inside, tanking a lot of damage, backing up, healing up, and then getting back into the middle of the fight. Ursa wouldn't be a bad shout. You've got those Fury swipes that do so much damage, so being able to stack up attack speed on the Ursa, extremely deadly, as Team Doggie do pick up the Earth Spirit. And I could see that kind of working out. Being able to silence the stun as well. Lich being able to throw the Chain Frost over anyone that relocates in. Bat Rider locking down the Wisp, or maybe even whoever gets relocated in for the target.
Dire team pick.
And it's going to be the Jakiro picked up by Mouse Sports. So it looks like maybe next time on the Jakiro.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We've got Team Doggie still got a minute and a bit in the reserve time, depending on what they're looking for. Could be a little bit of a longer chat, maybe just thinking about block picking something up, just something that Mouse Sports want to be running with the IO, picking it up potentially as their carry instead. But Doggie really burning into this reserve time. So this got to be an in-depth discussion about the next two picks as well as the next ban as well. Because they ain't getting this time back.
Radiant team pick.
Lena.
It's going to be the Lena. Does decently well up against the Necrophos, being able to throw a lot of magic damage. The Ghost Shroud isn't going to be effective against the Lena. In fact, if he throws a Ghost Shroud out, the Laguna Blade should do a massive chunk of his health. So Necrophos does need to be careful about activating that Ghost Shroud now.
5 seconds remaining.
And now Mouse Sports with a minute left on the reserve time. Looks like it could potentially be a carry and an offlaner, depending on where they want to run this Necrophos. Could be a safe lane solo Necrophos.
Dire team ban.
They pick up the Beastmaster. So that does look like it's going to be a solo safe lane Necrophos, an off lane Beastmaster, Jakiro support with the IO. Could even be a mid Necrophos if they don't want to run the two in the mid strat. Faceless Void being taken out, another good hero that goes with the IO just because of the bashes, the extra damage from those right clicks. So now Mousebots. It's not really a very tanky team coming up from Team Doggie. So they do need to be careful. They've got a lot of control though with the slows from Lich. Batrider obviously with his lasso, his sticky napalm. Being able to slows the turn rate as well on that Earth Spirit. With his stuns and his silence. Lena
Radiant team pick.
with a stun of her own. But again, if any hero gets caught out on the relocate, there's no real chance for them to survive. And it's going to be the Huskar. Damn, son. So it looks like it's going to be the mid Huskar. IO could be there to support Necrophos on the solo safe lane. Beastmaster in the off and Jakiro as that roamy position 4-5.
10 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, Team Doggie got themselves just a little bit over 20 seconds now for this final pick. Eight seconds left. What have they got in the bag? It's going to be the Weaver. Okay, so it's a decent single target focus, but again, if he gets locked down, he does go for a quick Lincoln Sphere though, which could be his saving grace. But again, if the Weaver gets locked down, any of these heroes get locked down and relocated on solo, I don't really see them surviving through it. Weaver can use his time lapse to get himself healthy and then Sakuchi away. So just a quick run through the lineups. We've got SSA Spartan, Madara, Thug, maybe next time in Skylark on Mouse Sports. Meanwhile, Team Doggie is going to be Hester, Joe, Rotten, Arise, Necroman. E-Skill is standing in for Screen. I don't think Screen is with the team anymore. Arise was lucky to be in as well. Apparently his net was playing up, so Neuer did say they were looking for two stand-ins. Arise did get in time, but like I say, Screen doesn't seem to be with Team Dog anymore. And Neuer said E-Skill was standing in for him. Or just the stand-in at the moment.
Prepare for battle.
So, we're in the game. The TPs come out with the smoke. Standard smoke and move. Coming out from pretty much every pro team. And it's going to be Ward near enough in the same place for Mouse. Opted to move it a little bit to the left. So the pings are going to be there as Earth Spirit is just going to be able to boulder roll away. The pinging this out. Where is the sentry ward? The sentry ward is on Lich, so Neuer once again needs to make the trek down to the bottom lane just to look for this D ward. Yeah. The D ward is going to come out now. Well within range, and it looks like are they going to be giving this to the Batrider? Nope, just a little bit of bonus gold going the way of Rise. Well, I say a little bit, 100 gold early game. It's a free salve, and then the rune as well steps him up to the bottle.
The battle begins.
So this is going to be, it looks like Thug picking up the Necrophos. It's going to be Spartan and Thug in the mid lane once again. Surprising to see though that the Necrophos is going to be the mid laner, not the Huskar. So Necrophos does need to be careful about the damage coming out from Arise, but again, with Spartan being there just to regen him up, the Ghost Shroud isn't going to be relied upon as often. And Arise does need to be careful of just being caught out in general. With the slow coming out from the tether, no escapes on Arise. So if she gets too far in, could be caught out in a lot of trouble. Just playing it safe though, keeping itself up on the dire high ground. Just to the right hand side as well. So Thug does need to come in extremely close to try and get those death pulses off. Meanwhile, top lane, Skylark trying to harass down Necromar. Yeah, Necromar just playing it safe, getting the farm of what he can. He's skilled up the Sakuchi level 1 as well. And it looks like Spartan is going to be rotating around the map where he's needed. Just looking to provide his support. Meanwhile, bot lane, Madara. If we take a look at the last hits, only got 3 last hits, so the Batrider should be messing him up slightly with these last hits just because of the sticky napalm. And that's 4 charges as well. The boulder roll comes down. It's going to be a stun onto Madara. There's going to be the Firefly, sorry. And Madara, is he going to be able to get himself out of this with 6 sticky napalm charges? He uses the wand to keep himself healthy. Hestejo with the Firefly secures that kill. And the Fairy Fire just not doing enough to keep him alive, but Heskil tries to get himself away. Maybe next time picks it up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No points in the liquid fire, so it was just a right click to secure that. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Skylark getting pretty low. Neuer does rotate in with those ice blasts. And with the sacrifice, Neuer is going to be able to sustain mana and harass down Skylark anytime he tries to come forward. Madara. 1 point in the Flaming Spears.
What have we here?
But again, Hestejo just trying to stack these sticky napalms. Mid lane. Arise, taking a bit of harass, uses the Fairy Fire, only got herself a null talisman now. Spartan trying to block it off, but instantly just tethers back as Eskil with the haste rune rotates in. There's going to be a kick to stun him up. Is there a boulder roll to follow up? One more right click is enough, and Eskil with that haste rune secures the kill. Yes, kill. There's going to be the boulder roll just a little bit off the mark, but with the Firefly as well as the sticky napalm charges, the kick comes out for the stun. Spartan rotating in to do what he can. It looks like the Earth Spirit is going to go down, but maybe next time just burns himself out in the fire. Now, Hestejo trying to get himself a double kill. The one charges once again, but it might not be enough as the right click. Could even be a triple. One more right click, and Madara gets the kill from the Flaming Spears, but not before Hestejo can get that triple. And that's going to be so great for the Batrider. Level 4 now, 1 level above Madara. Got himself his regen boots and going to be moving towards that Blink Dagger pretty soon. Meanwhile, Neuer, the boulder roll comes in. Thug could be in a bit of trouble. Is there going to be a stun coming out? Just waiting on the kick. There's a stun as well as the slow coming out from Neuer. Arise gets the light strike array as well. Right clicks. There's going to be the Growth Shroud. Dragon Slave comes over. One more right click from anyone after it wears off, and Eskil picks up the kill. Now Madara being left slightly alone up against the scary Batrider. But is it 2 points now in the Flaming Spears? It is level 4, so this should, especially with the Berserker's Blood now as well, with the magic resist. Sakuchi and Skylark taking a bit of damage, and Spartan is hanging around to supply that regen should Skylark get low enough to need it. And Eskil rotating behind the ward does spot him out, I do believe. Burley as he moves himself up. Hester Joe taking the 2 points from the Flaming Spears. Top lane. Necroman just throwing a bit of harass out onto Spartan. Not really going to be following it up though, as he does tether himself down to the Beastmaster. Shrine is available too, so that's not going to be too bad. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, once again, it looks like they want to get aggressive onto Madara, stop him from getting any sort of lead. As we take a look at the net worth, it's sitting pretty low down the table, but it's only about a 400 gold difference. Top lane, Necroman, trying to get himself back in. The right clicks just being traded again. And Swarm is available. Again, bottom lane. Just got to look at Eskil had himself around the trees, but with the Jakiro here. Madara does have a little bit of protection now. Batrider being flamed down by the Flaming Spears. The roll comes in Madara. Is he going to be able to get the stun off as well as he gets a kick through? And Arise even getting himself in there. The Dragon Slave coming in, the Haste Rune is going to be halfway through, and it looks like Hester Joe is going to be taken down as the Laguna Blade flies through. Madara taken down by the Lina. But SSA Spartan secures the kill onto Hester Joe. They just dove a little bit too deep. And it does leave the lane open for Thug as well. So level 7 on the Necrophos, he's got that Reaper's Scythe. Skylark, there's going to be the Sakuchi in, he's trying to TP himself away, there's no stun to deal with this, so Necroman loses interest, tries to go for the boar instead. But even that may have been too much. Hester Joe slowed down by the dual breath. He's just trying to disrupt the farm with the Firefly as well. Needs to be careful though, because 3 heroes, Ice Path isn't skilled up just yet, wouldn't have the mana to do it anyway. Earth Spirit looking for the rotation in, but Thug sitting behind his tier 1 tower. And the pings come out. Do they have vision from that ward? They do. And the Earth Spirit going to be slight out of luck. As maybe next time comes in, he picks up the Invis Rune though and gets the boulder roll away. It doesn't interrupt the fade time now as well, so A-Skill. Batrider going to be lasting Madara back, trying to get himself onto the low ground. But Madara just not dragged back that far, sorry. And now with the kick in, the stun, the drag back, the boulder roll, Hester Joe picks up the kill.
For the dead.
And now the top shrine. It might just be E-Skill TPing in just to get his mana back. But are they going to try and make a go of this? The Hawk is there with the vision. Skylark hanging himself around the Roche pit. Got his roar available too.
Dire are scanning.
Dire scan, they don't see anybody. And it's just started to slow down again. There is little skirmishes in the game, but no, yeah, getting the pulls off for easy XP, level 5 now. Just with the defensive ward coming in from mouz, in the jungle, just next to the shrine, it makes it so hard for the Earth Spirit to try and rotate in and find a kill onto Thug that just sits himself under the tier 1 tower, throws out the death pulse, and then backs himself up for safety reasons. Trying to get himself up onto the river behind. He may actually find this purely because the Beastmaster as well as Spartan are pushed so far up. There comes the boulder roll and the kick as well. Spartan gets the relocate out though. And everybody asks, where's Skylark? Because Skylark doesn't even know. It looks like they're hanging around just for the relocate back. The boulder roll does come through, and with the roar as well, maybe next time. No ice path yet, but 2 points in the dual breath. Chain Frost bounces through onto maybe next time with the creeps as well. Cancelled off Necroman, trying to make a move, and he does get the time lapse back as Madara makes a dive forward. But everybody gets out fairly okay. Madara, is he going to try and push this out? Roar was used, but so was time lapse.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
As Batrider uses Firefly, it looks like, to push the lane and then TPs himself back to base. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Thug is level 10. Just not going for the rotations just yet. Keeping himself firm in the mid lane as well as this jungle stack. Skylark. Again, using the Hawks to scout, it's so effective, especially when you've only got a limited amount of wards. It means you can defensively use the wards, or even offensively use them somewhere else, because Skylark with the Hawk will be able to keep himself relatively safe. You can't mark every entrance, but the amount of vision it does give is extremely effective at seeing rotations in. So we do just get a quick pause. Hopefully it will be resolved soon. Jakiro on the bottom lane, finding a bit of free farm. Again, with this liquid fire as well, it's just going to be able to push towers out pretty darn quick. What is that? At level 3, it is only a 10-second cooldown. Hester Joe. Are they going to try and make a move in the jungle?
Radiant are scanning.
The lasso is available. They're trying to spot out Thug. They see him now with the creeps. And Hester Joe with the drums as well. It looks like they're going to try and make a move. There's going to be the Dragon Slave. The lasso dragging him back as well. Light Striker Ray comes over the top. Laguna Blade, but it's still not enough to kill off Thug with the Ghost Shroud as well as the Death Pulse. Keeping himself alive, and now the Roar comes in. The Batrider takes down Thug, but it looks like he's going to go down himself. One more right click from anybody as Necroman takes down Madara on the top lane, and now they look to take down SS Spartan as well as Skylark. Is there a relocate available? Not for the next 80 seconds. It was already used. The countdown comes in, but they take down the IO. And now Skylark trying to run himself away. The Flame Break slightly pushes him back. Sakuchi stun up as well. Right clicks. And Hester Joe secures the kill. Meanwhile, maybe next time takes the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Pushing that in with the liquid fire.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A decent trade. 4 heroes for a tier 1 tower. And now Necroman sitting himself behind the tier 1 tower, daring Madara to come at him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, the line is drawn, it looks like, by the Jakiro. Maybe just to try and spot out wards. Speaking of wards, maybe next time. Being seen in his own jungle. The rotation. Onto the low ground, and once again, Earth Spirit. Is he going to be able to find the kill? There's no tier 1 tower to protect the Necrophos now as well. Dragon Slave comes out, it's just a little bit of damage. Waiting for his skill to go for the roll. The Light Strike Array is off the mark. The stun from the Earth Spirit, though, he gets the boulder roll away as the leap comes out onto Arise. Light Strike Array is on the mark this time, but the Reaper's Scythe takes down Arise, and Spartan still decently healthy, especially with the urns. He tanked the Laguna Blade. Tanked it up, and still walks out pretty. Meanwhile, Necroman with the TP into the mid lane, just trying to de-push these lanes. Jakiro, Hester, Joe on the chase. The sticky napalm's coming up for the slow as well. Firefly is going to be there. Maybe next time. Just that turn rate is ridiculous. Firefly forcing him back with the lasso as well as the flame break. He picks up the kill. And Hester Joe just cheekily flies himself away, especially with that arcane rune as well. Meanwhile, on the top lane, it looks like they want to try and make him fight. The Chain Frost is going to be bouncing around. They take down both heroes. Madara and Skylark just a bit unlucky. Well, I say that, there was 4 heroes there. Chain Frost bouncing around, and they were on their own. So the tier 1 tower on the top lane looks like it's going to take a fall. Meanwhile, mid. 36 seconds on the lasso because of that arcane rune. And Team Doggie starting to take advantage of the map. 6 to 15.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bottom lane. Beastmaster, is he going to be able to catch up to Necroman? Are they even going to be able to do anything here? There's going to be the Laguna Blade committed as well as the Light Strike Array, and Arise picks up the kill onto the Beastmaster. And there wasn't really anything he could do after that Light Strike Array stunned him up. Other than take the Laguna Blade to the face. Necroman, Noya. Looking for another kill onto Madara. Madara is pretty low. The right clicks comes out. The swarm's going to be there as well. Madara trying to get himself with the healing into his tower range, but it's not going to be enough, and Spartan gets the relocate in. Or at least the TP anyway. And the time-lapse comes out. Now it's going to be the relocate into the river as he try and make a move onto the Necrophos, but it's going to be the Batrider, Reaper Scythed up, taken down, and the dust goes down Necroman. But they don't really have any lockdown to secure that kill. And Necro just gets himself out safely, throws another swarm onto Thug. The Death Pulse, but the mouse stop here. Do they carry on going? It looks like they want to try and maybe force a fight as Spartan leads the line.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe he's just throwing out a bit of a taunt. No, you can't catch me, I've got a tether, that kind of stuff. But mid lane could be a completely different story. It's maybe next time the boulder roll's going to be off the mark with a smash. Does stun him up. And maybe next time. Just taken out by 3 heroes in the mid. Tier 2 tower did take a little bit of damage, down to about half its health now.
Dire are scanning.
Madara.
Dire's top tower is
Taking
under
damage,
attack.
but the heals from his healing as well as the sustain from Spartan does keep him fairly healthy. He does have the armlet now, as it looks like they want to try and make a move onto Necro. Necro gets himself back, did have the time-lapse available if it was needed. Could still be, does time-lapse himself back, and now he puts himself in a bit of trouble with the dust being used. Is he going to be able to get himself away? As Escal just tries to kick him to safety. But the iron charge won't be enough to finish the job. And now Roshan, Madara, being healed up with the armlet toggle as well, should be enough to keep him alive. throughout the damage of the Roshan, and there's no real contest from this. But the Bat Rider walks himself in. Does he get the Firefly off? No, he gets roared and then Reaper's scythed down. And Thug gets himself a kill. Madara gets himself an Aegis. And Mouse get themselves an advantage. And now the tier 2 tower being pressured. No Bat Rider for 30.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they are going to be able to find at least a kill onto the Jakiro unless the relocate comes out. Spartan with the saves. And now even Madara to rotate down just to make Spartan gets out alive. Weaver trying to split the lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Necroman, he's got himself the Lincoln Sphere now, going for that Diffusal Blade. But he's a decent way off. Could try and make the split pushes happen, which he's trying to do now, like I say. Splitting the stack, just trying to rotate where he can, find the farm. But as far as the net worth goes, sitting just below the Necrophos.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hester Joe does have the lasso now. They may find the the Beastmaster. As he just gets chased down the Laguna Blade. Is it going to be committed for this, or do they just keep it still? Is the right clicks are going to be enough from Arise to secure that kill? Hester Joe looking for more. The Firefly is about to wear off. As Necrophos is pushing out this top lane. Thug looking for the push. He's going to be backed up by, looks like, the rest of his team. This tier 2 tower will be punished. And Team Doggie looking for a push of their own. They've got 3 heroes down on this bottom lane. The tier 2 tower taking a bit of damage, but it looks like the trade-off is going to be for the tier 1 tower to go down first. Tier 2, sorry, on the top lane. And Team Doggie are going to be forced back without taking a tower, it looks like, because it looks like Mouse want to be pressuring this high ground.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Madara stunned up. The Aegis still available though. There's going to be the Ice Path, and it looks like the Earth Spirit going to be Reaper Scythed and burst down as the Chain Frost does bounce through. Weaver trying to come in from behind. The right clicks onto Spartan. Spartan looking to save anyone. He just gets the tether away onto Skylark. And Madara with the Aegis still, as well as that armlet toggle. Light Striker Array. There's going to be the Dragon Slave as well, but the Ice Path keeping him healthy once again. There's going to be the lasso as the dive comes from deep. And it looks like Hester Joe may be taken down. Thug still being healthy for quite a while as the Macropire Aegis is popped. Thug being healed up by Spartan. Escal at the front of the fight, but the Light Strike Array over the top just keeps Huskar locked down for a little longer as he dives into 3 heroes. Madara, he's going for it. He wants to take down Arise. The relocate is going to be cancelled up. The tether. They take down Spartan, and now Madara going just a little bit too far. They do take down the tier 3 tower, but they pay the price, losing Madara as well as Spartan. Picking up 3 kills and 2 buybacks of their own though. Mouse really starting to force it out. So Thug got himself the Atos, as well as a Veil and a Hood. 10 to 20, so Mouse may not be winning on kills, but they are starting to pull ahead in net worth. The map control's starting to go the other way as well. They've taken down 2 tier 2s, while all the stand. The rotation coming through. Arise. Eskil, the boulder roll comes forward. It's just a little bit off the mark. Is there going to be a smash to try and stun him up? It is going to be the Light Strike Array over the top. The Dragon Slave committed now as well. The Laguna Blade, but it's not going to be enough. Thug trying to get himself away with the Reaper side coming over the top. Not enough to kill off Eskil yet, and Necromon does secure this kill onto Thug. So Rise, 10 charges on the Bloodstone, going for the Shadow Blade now as well.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Maybe next time. Roche, let's take a look at the timer. 2 minutes and 45 before he may respawn, but that's just the minimum respawn time.
Radiant's bottom tower is
As it
under
looks like
attack.
Madara being spotted out. Hestejo's Blink Dagger cancelled up. Is he going to try and carry on going for a dive for this? The
Radiant's
T2
bottom
tower was
is
secured by Necroman, and now the boulder roll forward as well as lasso. This could be a dead Madara. The right light striker ray comes over. The relocate. Bit of a tongue twister. So Io going to be left on his own for this relocate, and Madara does come back with him. The Necroman with the Sakuchi. Skylark gets the blink, but being chased by a Rise, the Dragon Slave is going to be there, but the slow from the boar. Is it going to be enough? Noya trying to get it there as well. The blink down, and Skylark making his way out of this. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, it looks like Mouse. Madara at least gets the life break onto Necroman, but this could be him in trouble. The relocate, is it going to be coming in anytime soon as Necroman uses that time lapse? And it looks like Spartan was on cooldown for the next 16 seconds, okay. So I wonder why it wasn't coming in. Madara maybe looking like he needed to be saved there.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
As Necroman got himself the Diffusal Blade now, 25 minutes in.
Dire's bottom shrine.
Again,
is
still
falling.
second on net worth to the Necrophos. If we take a look at the Necrophos, got himself the Atos, full pipe now as well as the Veil. Spartan potentially using himself as bait, finds Necroman and then tethers himself away. The Swarm comes through. There's going to be the lasso onto Madara. There's Dragon Slave as well. Chain Frost doesn't bounce to anyone as Madara does get taken down. And now the Reaper Scythe comes out. Necro, though, does get the time lapse away. Raw, going to be used. It looks like Lena's been revealed as well, so the right clicks, is it going to be enough with the Glimmer Cape over the top? Throws out the Laguna Blade, so Spartan gets the kill, but not before Necroman can take down Skylark. And now Thug could potentially be in a bit of trouble. There's 4 heroes gathering around. Maybe next time stuck off in the woods. Spartan comes through. Relocate. Just not even needed as the Earth Spirit falls to Thug. And now Necroman Spartan. The blink forward. Is it going to be enough with the earned charges? Cancelled off. Spartan tethers himself back. Gets killed off. Hester Joe. And it looks like Thug is able to TP himself away safely. So if we take a look at the fight recap, it's going to be a 4-for-2 going the way of Team Doggie. And now the net worth being dragged down. Back in favour. Well, I say in favour. It's still up there for Team Mouse. But it's not as much as it was.
Alms for the dead.
Coin for me.
Double damage.
Hester Joe got himself the blink. The drums no longer got any charges on. The Force Staff as well. Just to get himself in and out safely, or as safe as you can be as a Bart Rider, blinking into 3 or 4 heroes. The group up, the smoke is available as well if you want to go for a rotation. Amadora going for the Heaven's Halberd. It is going to be good trying to deal with the weave of those right clicks, but there's so much magic damage coming out of the smoke. There's the blink forward, the smash as well to stun him up. Is there going to be a lasso? Not committed just yet. The lasso goes out onto Spartan instead. Madara, is he going to be able to get himself away? The Chain Frost bounces out, bounces to Skylark Thug as well into the creeps, and it looks like they're going to be able to get at least 3 heroes. Thug, Chain Frost once again. There's going to be the Ghost Shard, maybe next time with a decent Ice Path as the Laguna Blade comes out, but the Necrophos with the Reaper Scythe takes down E-Skill, and Necroman trying to get himself in there. The damage going to be enough. Is it with the right clicks coming out onto Thug? One more Ice Path, but it's not going to be enough to help Necrophos get out alive.
Tower is under
It's
attack.
maybe next time the only hero left And the push coming in. Buybacks are available if mouz wants to use them. Ice Pass catches 2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And it looks like the tier 3 tower is going to be sieged down. The Ice Path trying to slow this down, but 4 heroes on the side of Team Doggie. Now Spartan comes back, Madara comes back, the TPs are coming in, Necroman, is he going to be able to get himself away? Yeah, the Ice Path just a little bit off the mark.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So Spartan, what's he got? Looks like he's going towards a Lotus Orb. Lena, 12 Bloodstone charges, got herself a Maelstrom now as well. And then going towards the Lincoln Sphere. Stacking Lincoln Sphere is a pretty good idea, being able to block those Reaper's Scythes. Last two going to be coming in, the Roar comes out there as well, Madara locked down for now, there's going to be the LSA over the top as well, but the Replicate drags him, and again Replicate, the Relocate drags him to safety. But it doesn't look like mouz are done. They want this Roshan. They know the lasso is down now. Maybe next time Necroman trying to get a flank. And Madara still in the pit. The Ice Path comes out, catches at least Necroman. Arise in a little bit of trouble. The Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped to Spartan. Chain Frost bouncing around. The Laguna Blade. Skylark takes down takes down Arise. Ice Path come through. And now time-lapse is available once again. Necroman trying to get himself away. Madara with those toggles of the armlet. Noya could be in a lot of trouble. Madara doesn't want to stop. Gets taken down by Hester Joe. But it looks like Noya is going to burn down to the flaming spears. And the buyback comes back instantly from Madara. Maybe next time. Is he going to be able to get himself away as the boulder roll looks back towards the Roche Pit? Madara has bought back for this. Spartan. It looks like Eskil with the Yule sceptered up. Going to be locked down and just cut out from the rest of his team. Necroman spotted out. Doesn't have the time lapse now for the next 5 seconds. The Ice Path comes through. Is there going to be enough damage? Right clicks. They do secure the kill. And now it's 5 heroes back up on the side of mouz. No Earth Spirit, no Lich for the next 20 seconds or so. Earth Spirit down for 30. Flame Break comes through. Only just pushes Madara back. The Blink comes in. Oh, rotten. That's the wrong place, wrong time, my friend. Brave, but a little stupid.
And leave a purulent corpse.
So now with the buyback, the Aegis is on Madara. Do they look to push in this top lane? The racks are exposed. Madara pushing in the Light Strike Array. There's going to be the smash as well as the Boulder Roll, but the Yule Scepter. Ice Path as well. It looks like the Earth Spirit is going to go down. 48 seconds without him. The Roar comes through onto Arise. Is he going to be able to get himself out? No, he's rooted with a Glimmer Cape over the top as well as the Reaper Scythe. They find the kill. Thug taking that one. And this looks like it's going to be the first racks of the game. Madara still holding on to that Aegis as well as the Solar Crest. Beastmaster got himself of lads. And now no Arise for the next 69 seconds.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The life break even used on creeps.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
But this looks like it's going to be 2 lanes of
middle
racks.
barracks are under attack.
Team Doggie not really defending this, just trying to delay until they get at least the Earth Spirit back. The Road of Atos, the Ice Path is going to be off the mark. Madara getting pretty deep now in, but he does have the Aegis again. Flame Break, Link's Sphere pops that, and then the time lapse instantly comes out, the smash as well. And this could be a dead Husker. Not if he's been healed up by SSA Spartan though. Yules keeping the Batrider still as he gets the lasso off. He is going to be able to eat the cheese though. Gets himself back up to a decent amount of health and then force-staffs himself away. It is going to be taken down. The Madara trying to get the dive onto the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit could be taken down. It's actually going to be maybe next time it secures this kill. There's going to be a T3 tower now being pressured up. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be megas even before Arise is back alive. Necroman trying to do what he can, but he's not got any time lapse for the next 8 seconds, and the Atos locks him down. So 5 men of Mouse still alive. No Weaver for the next 65 seconds. The roar comes out. This could be the dead Bat Rider. And I do believe that was a dieback as well. Arise trying to do what he can. The Laguna Blade comes out. He takes down Skylark, who instantly buys himself back. Gem is on the deck. I don't think Arise can defend this for the next 50, 60. Yeah. Good game is going to be called. Mouse take the series 2-0. Stug trying to do what he can before the Ancient pops. But yeah, Mouse take the series 2-0. Team Doggie going to be down into the losers bracket, so they're not completely out just yet. Mouse move on to the winners bracket. And we are going to take again a quick break. It should be no less than about 25 minutes before the next match. But I've been Robin Roll. Again, I hope you've enjoyed the cast. We'll be going up with Team Kingwin and Tuho next in about 20-25 minutes. So stick around for that. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be good. And hopefully it won't be as long as delays getting into this. But I will see you soon.